Okay, then, folks. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this planet of ours, and especially welcome people of the YouTube world to my channel. Yes, Patrick Gleason here. Yes, this is my real name. No fucking bullshit here. This is my face, yeah? A face full of hair, but I don't give a fuck because this is me being me. And what I say comes from my heart, yeah? I may not like the sound of my voice, but I fucking love what I say because I speak sense and a lot of people know it. People listen to me. I reckon I'm going to build a really big following. May not be in the PewDiePie mould, but he can go and fuck himself anyway. Like some of these other fucking idiot YouTubers, like the Paul brothers, Logan Paul and Jake Paul and KSI. They can go and fuck themselves, right? This is me speaking my mind. If you got good ears on you and you're willing to listen to what I'm going to be telling you people out there in the YouTube world, amongst us people on this so-called lovely planet of ours, then good on you. If you people are going to be offended by what I'm going to say about me, myself, and I, and my life, and my family, and my livelihood, if you don't like what I'm going to be saying, just turn around, go off into a corner, and fuck yourself to death. Okay? Right. Now let's begin properly. I'm going to tell everyone in YouTube world, even everyone on planet Earth, about myself. I'm going to open up, and I don't give a fuck if anyone is objective or defiant about what I'm saying. Is what I say fucking counts, okay? Now then, the subjects I am going to be covering about myself, yes, yours truly, is one, my family members. Two, I'm going to be covering my school days. Three, I'll be covering my work days and college days. Four, I'm going to be covering the days I go to football and stuff like that. And five, there's going to be words spoken about my social life. Okay? And then there's going to be other things. My relationship with women. That comes in at number 6. Right. Now, any other subjects I wish to add? Yeah. When I'm out on holidays, that's going to be subject 7. When I'm out and about doing shopping, or going out and about traveling on the public transport in London, that's going to be subject 8. Right. But before I start those subjects, you lot at home, or wherever you are in your beautiful cushy pad, will want to know, who the fuck are you? Who are you? Where the fuck are you from? Well, I'll fucking tell you lot who I am and what I am, okay? You're going to get to know a bit more about me right at this very moment. Right, first of all, my name is Patrick Gleason, okay? That is the name of my YouTube channel. This is my face. This is not a fake beard. There's nothing fucking fake about me. I'm fucking true to life. Okay? Simple as that. Right. I'm nearly 58 years of age. My birthday is on 17th of September 1961. So anyone who wants to wish me happy birthday, you are very welcome. Right. I was born in Battersea. Yeah. Not far from the old Princess Ed pub. Okay. Now, I've got to tell you what I'm all about. In recent years, I've been diagnosed as having Asperger's syndrome. and, not severely Asperger's, but, fairly much so, sort of Asperger's. I've also been diagnosed with having anxiety, but then I've also been diagnosed as having OCD, but then I've also been diagnosed as as having depression. But lucky I'm getting over the depression because my medication is sort of reducing now, yeah? Right. That's about me. I'm a fully trained and well qualified professional carpenter and joiner. I've done a 3-year apprenticeship. I've done my sitting guilds and I've done my advanced sitting guilds and I've over 30 years experience. But I've been out of work for a few years or so now because of my mental health problems. Okay, we all suffer from mental health, and I'm glad I'm living in an era when mental health is being made aware of. Okay, so anyone who's suffering from mental health, I'm all there for you. And if you're all there for me, then love and peace to you as well. Right. Okay. Now then, if there's anything more that comes to mind about myself that I haven't said at all, I'll be open and honest and I will emphasize what it is about me. Now let's start with my family, my upbringing. I've always lived in the southwest London area with my family in 2 different parts of Battersea, right? First of all, in Winders Road, where I was born, and secondly, Benley Road, where I also lived. And then I moved out and I lived in different parts of southwest London. Currently, I'm living in Streatham somewhere. Yes, Streatham. Yeah. Could be Streatham Hill, Streatham Common, or God knows where. Right. Anyway, now about my family. I have my mum and my dad, who both come from the southwest part of Ireland, who came over here in 1950s and met in Kilburn of all places. Right. And yet they died in their mid-80s. Well, mum in September 2012 and my dad in July 2014. So they died not far from each other time-wise, and they lived to their mid-80s, as I said. I think they did very well for themselves. I think they did okay for me. They provided for me. They did not spoil me, but unfortunately, I think I had a problem with my parents. They actually lacked parenting skills. That's why I'm a damaged person. And that's what probably the reason that's led to me having mental health problems. Okay. I do have 4 other siblings, 2 older sisters, Angela, who is 6 years older than me, and Teresa, who is like 2 years older than me, and 2 brothers, one older than me, John, who's 7 years older than me, and Michael, who's 5 years younger than me. Right. Unfortunately, in our household, when I was living with my family in those years in Battersea, in Winders Road and Benley Road, there was an element of hostility and violence and conflict amongst my family members, including me. And I must admit that I was violent as well. When there's violence, it breeds violence. And I'll be coming to that more in detail. I am sorry, humanely, that my mum and dad have passed away, but I'm not sad personally, because I know personally, I know that I can get on with my life. Right. But more about my parents, a later time. I'm just going through it briefly and then go more into detail. With, I'll be kind with words to you. I will give you everything that's on my mind. What's on my mind, I'll express it. I'm an open book and I'm transparent with pure honesty. Right. Now, my older brother John, he's living somewhere in Banstead. Right. And I have a sister, Angela, is living in Maidenhead. And they're both married with children. Okay. And my sister Teresa, she's living in Tooting somewhere in a special needs home because she's autistic. And my younger brother Michael's living somewhere near Croydon. Yes, married. Yeah. And I'm the only one who's not married, as well as my sister Teresa. I'm single at the moment. Must admit, I'm feeling lonely, but I can grin and bear it. As for my relationship with my siblings, with John, I've finished with him. I don't really want to see anything of him or talk to him on the phone. I don't even want to see him anymore. Okay? He's too fucking selfish, and I'll tell you more about him in a forthcoming video. Right. It's last time I got involved with him was in March 2016 when we were helping moving stuff when I was moving out the family house in around Streatham area. Right. Right. So next, Angela, and just about on talking terms with her, she's the only one who would care for me amongst my other siblings. I mean, I sometimes speak on the phone and we text each other, and she's the one who tries to hold the family together when the passing of my mum, then me dad. So she's okay, and so is the husband and the children. Teresa, I know she can be a handful like most autistic people. I know she'd be sort of asking for me. I'd like to see her one day. I'm not far from her. Yes, but she probably is a bit wrapped up in herself and doing her own thing like autistic people do. Now, my younger brother Michael, I know he has some good things about him and we had some not pleasant times together, when we're living at the family house, me, him, and his wife, and me father until he passed away in July 24. But he has got a violent temper on him. He's got a terrible attitude, and yeah, I found him a hell of a problem to live with. And his wife, well, I'm not too fond of her. I don't like her too much. I don't hate her, but but I'm not too fond of her. Okay, right. More about her later. But brother Michael, I'm sort of almost finished with him. I don't think I want anything to do with him either. Right. So that's that. Okay. I'll be going more into detail in future videos about each of my family members, about what wrong things were going on between us. And then the next subject I'm going to be moving on to with my next video is going to be again being brief details about like my school days, the schools I went to, okay, and then like the places I've worked and other such subjects that I mentioned earlier in the video. So anyway, I know it's a bit late now. It's 1:45 in the morning here in London, UK. So anyway, to you people who've been watching and listening to my video and who've been patient enough to absorb what I've had to say to you, I hope you think about this very carefully, and I hope you'll stick with me on my channel, and I hope I'll enlighten some willing people out there. So from me, I wish you have a, take care and look after yourself, look after everybody. Okay, cheerio.